His creator, right? The creator that we are reacting to, Bernard. I don't know how many people in this that are tapped into this channel of mine are familiar with Bernard. I've reacted to Bernard on other channels, right? Right now, though, we are diving deep into the often harsh realities of life throughout the different classes during the Roman Empire time period. You know what I'm saying? Now, he's one to explore why it sucks, right? To you know, be these things, like AKA for this video, it's being a citizen in the Roman Empire period, right? There's a whole plethora of why it sucks to be a man, why it sucks to be a temple slave, why it sucks to be, you know what I'm saying, a temple escort. Do your homework. I ain't gonna lie, he got some fire content pieces, right? And you know, today's one is rather animated. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, he does produce some fire content. It is sort of stickman kind of animation, but with a little more pizzazz, a little bit more juice, a little bit more. It's engaging, bro. It's creative. You know what I'm saying? It's not like your classic favorite cartoon characters type design. It's worse, but it's engaging. Let's see it, bro.
This existential crisis, the reason I cannot keep competing and keep on living. So it's back against the world, seeing all your value once you dealt with all the dirt. Backing up slowly from these diamonds and pearls, quote unquote. Fat lady sings, I see the writing on the walls. Back to the zinc.
Here we go. Why it sucks to be a citizen in the Roman Empire. Okay, now, real quick, ladies and gentlemen. I know the elephant in the room. We still at it again, still having a conversation about this, still having to explain myself, but the shades, man, I get it. It's rude, you know, but I gotta keep them on, bro. Like, I'm trying to assist I'm trying to assist healing these migraine pains that just like be sensitized by these lights, right? I'm not saying these lights causes those, but when, you know, it's easy for those to creep up while these lights are on me like this, and once it gets here, it's like it's unbearable. Like, I cannot stand those migraine pains. So, you know, I'm working on that, trying to get that fixed, and you know, until then, we back to these shades, bro. I'm sorry, I look atrocious, dog. I look atrocious, I look terrible. I feel you, I feel it. Or I might just get cooler looking ones, you know what I'm saying? If that's the case, if the case is, you know, the badness of the aesthetic, I don't know. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, man, Bernard. Let's see what happened, man, when you was back when you was a temple slave, my friend.
You're born in Rome, 126 AD.
Right.
And congratulations. You've just entered the world as...
What? Is that your mother, or... Okay, it must be the midwife. Hopefully that's the midwife. Or maybe the dad.
Property. Your mother is a wet nurse, which means she's valuable enough to keep alive.
Your temple
6 AD.
property?
And congratulations. You've just entered the world as property.
Oh, as property.
Your mother
okay.
is a wet nurse, which means she's valuable enough to keep alive and fed, but not valuable enough to keep her own children.
Oh.
You're pulled...
What? She's not valuable enough to keep her own children. She abandons kids
from her breast within hours, so she can get back to work feeding someone else's baby.
Yo.
You spend your first years being raised by other slaves. Think of it as ancient Rome's version of communal childcare, except nobody's doing it by choice.
Oh no.
By age 5, you're old enough to understand the household hierarchy. At the top are the domini, the master and mistress who own everything, including you.
Oh,
Below
no.
them are the freed slaves, then the skilled slaves, then the general laborers, and at a special tier all your own, the wet nurses and the girls being groomed to replace them.
Whoa.
Lucky you. You're not...
Okay, wait. What about the little boys, though? What do those end up... Oh, they end up becoming the skilled slaves, right? Skilled slaves. There's the... What's the other class? The unskilled slaves?
educated like a scribe's child might be.
Yeah.
Instead, you're constantly monitored. Every few weeks, an older slave woman checks your weight, your health, examines your chest for early signs of development.
Nice.
She asks if you've started bleeding yet. She makes notes on a wax tablet that gets reviewed by the household.
Bro, all along this is a she, bro. This right here is a she the whole time? Not this one, this one. Damn. Okay.
Steward.
Nurse wet slave.
The message is
Nurse
crystal
wet
clear.
nurse.
Your value depends entirely on your ability to get pregnant and produce milk.
Oh.
You hit puberty around 13,
13.
which means the real monitoring begins.
Oh my
Congratulations.
God, open wide.
You're now a walking milk factory in development.
No.
Your diet gets adjusted. More protein, more milk, fewer acidic foods. You're given lighter work duties and assigned a sleeping area closer to the other potential wet nurses, away from anyone who might distract you from your sacred calling of future lactation.
Ah.
This is when you meet Marcus, a field slave who gets rotated.
Whoa. Whoa. Why does Marcus look familiar, bro? Why does Marcus look like he just dropped the fall off? No.
Into household duties. You start talking during meals.
Yeah.
After a few months, your master notices the attachment and decides it could serve his interests. They graciously allow you to contubernum, an informal slave marriage.
Oh. Friend, 13? Homie looks 47. Ah. No ways.
Quick ceremony, iron rings, and a borrowed white tunic. How romantic. For a few months, you almost forget this arrangement exists purely for their benefit.
Homie has no tooth, bro. Damn. Damn, he ain't got no tooth with it, too.
Almost. The pregnancy happens naturally. Thank the gods for small mercies. Some wet nurse candidates get assigned breeding partners based purely on physical compatibility, or worse. But you get to conceive a child with someone you actually care about.
Oh, you actually care about
You
one
give
another.
birth after 9 months of knowing exactly how this will end. The baby is healthy, perfect,
But she's not yours.
and yours for approximately 18 hours.
Boom.
Then she's taken to be raised by
Oh,
other slaves, while you're cleaning up and presented to the Cornelius family, whose newborn son needs a wet nurse. Upper-class Roman women rarely nurse their own children.
Oh,
It was considered
no.
undignified.
So their kids get taken away from them. And then they go ahead and go look after other people's kids. That's so crazy, bro. Coming up during that time, bro, I could see, you know, why people of different like ages or, you know, stages of human history, you know what I'm saying, people could say that, yo, like the current phase of existence is always better than whatever phase that came before this, no matter, like, you know what I'm saying, because people might have like differing views as to, yeah, the system of old was probably better than this. We have like, this is bullshit right now that we're experiencing, things like that, you know what I'm saying, like maybe, you know, the whole capitalistic system versus maybe the systems that they run. Like what kind of systems did they run during Rome, during the Roman Empire? Was it capitalistic systems? Was it like the Marxist stuff? Find out. Co-pilot, what kind of world economic system was run during the times of the Roman Empire?
The ancient Roman economy was largely agrarian and centered on farming and trade. Over time, Rome developed a more monetized and structured financial system, with the use of coinage and a network of trade routes across the Mediterranean. They relied heavily on slave labor and large estates owned by elites for agricultural production.
Was it still the capitalistic system, like as we know it today?
No, the Roman economy wasn't capitalistic in the modern sense. It was more of an agrarian-based system, with a reliance on slave labor and land ownership by elites. While there were elements of trade and markets, it didn't operate under the same principles as a modern capitalist economy.
Tough.
Dignified, and more importantly, It would delay their ability to conceive again and produce more heirs. So they outsourced motherhood to women like you. This is where you're supposed to feel honored. The Cornelius family is wealthy, connected, and influential. But you're not allowed to grieve for the daughter you'll probably never see again. You're not allowed to ask questions about her welfare.
Yeah.
Your job is to transfer all that maternal energy to the Cornelius baby, to love him like your own child, while never forgetting that he's definitely not yours.
Yo, my friend, you were like dope. Whoa, it's because the baby was black. Let me see.
Transfer all that maternal energy to the Cornelius baby, to love him like your own child,
Oh,
while never forgetting that he's definitely not yours.
nope.
The nursing routine becomes your entire existence.
Okay.
Your diet becomes even more.
So wait, does your kid even come maybe and visit you, or do you go see a kid? Wait, what happened to your kid again, my friend? Oh, they just like took them away. That's crazy. That's atrocious.
more controlled. No garlic, no onions, no wine that might affect milk flavor.
Whoa.
Every aspect of your behavior gets monitored to keep you calm and productive. A full night's sleep becomes a luxury for the wealthy. You're up at 2 a.m. for feeding, then 3 a.m., then 6 a.m.
Whoa.
You've learned to sleep in increments, snatching rest between the baby's demands. And Marcus, your husband, he's immediately transferred to field work. Wet nurses can't have husbands interfering with their milk production or emotional focus.
Okay.
Days turn to weeks. The distance between you and your little family grows with each passing day,
Damn.
each feeding, each sleepless night. Naturally, you develop genuine affection for the Cornelius child.
Yeah.
How could you not?
Yeah, exactly. Because now you are, you know what I'm saying? Your body is you know, progressing in a way where it's like it's producing the milk, it's producing the, you know what I'm saying, whatever's necessary for a newborn baby type, you know, for the nurturing of that. So obviously, at least there's a baby that you can like give it to, but it's so crazy, bro. Oh, right? Damn. Nah, that one is a tough one, my friend. You know, the fact that you cannot give that energy to your own kid, right? Because who knows, man? Like that little detail there can make or break your kid wherever they at, because maybe, you know, obviously in your mind you would have treated your kid way differently than the family that they're at, right? You may have, you know, and that's the way I feel like nature deems it necessary for the kid to grow, is through your hands. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whether the other family is going to treat them better than how you could have, or worse, or whatever, but it's like, yo, the kid needs the original parents' energy, dog. Right? This is just tough, man. So you gave the energy to the Cornelius baby, my friend, then
You spend more time with him than anyone else does,
yeah, okay, cool.
including his actual parents, who have other priorities.
Oh
You
yeah.
feed him, soothe him, hold him when he sleeps. But you're constantly reminded that this bond is temporary and one-sided. You're not his mother. You're just his wet nurse. After 18 months, the child is weaned and you're reassigned. The first separation is devastating. Another child you've grown to love, gone forever.
Damn.
But by the second household, the Flavius family, you're learning to manage the attachment. By the third, you've developed what might be called professional distance. You still care for each child, but you've learned not to
Nah, but hold on, my friend, let's be real, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I know you're growing used to this situation, but you ain't no hero, man. I mean, who's taking care, who's making sure that, you know what I'm saying, from all of that separation anxiety you must be feeling each cycle, dog. It must be doing something to you, because the whole time it's like, for you, new life that hits the earth, like new offspring that, you know, goes through your hands, it's like that sort of reality is constantly temporary. You know what I'm saying? You never get to see a human being from seed form all the way to like just being their own identity. That must do something to your psychology, to your psyche. You know, to a point where now at this point in the game, you may even be given a chance to like maybe stick with somebody, maybe, you know what I'm saying, raise a kid until they're some, you know, adult. But then like by the time they hit maybe a year old, like you're checked out. Just naturally, because now, you know, your psychology has developed in that way. This is crazy. Alright, let me see.
Completely shatter when it's time to move on. The pattern repeats for over 20 years.
20 years?
You nurse children across different households, moving from family to family.
You only had
Each
one
assignment lasts 12 to 18 months. You learn to love efficiently and let go cleanly. It's a skill set nobody puts on their resume.
Okay.
But something unexpected begins to happen.
What happens?
The Cornelius boy never gets sick. He walks at 10 months, speaks in full sentences before his 2nd birthday. Maybe it's the extra protein in your diet. Maybe it's the fact that, unlike most wet nurses, you're actually in good health.
Yeah.
Or maybe the rich just love a good myth. Either way, word spreads. When the next child you nurse, from the Flavius family, shows the same freakishly early development,
Oh,
people
okay.
start whispering.
Oh, my friend, you are the superhero. Ah, no. I take what I said back, bro. You are a superhero. Damn. Maybe your methods got that magic. My friend. It's like baby after babies. What? Wait, the community is even blown away. My friend, what is in you, my friend?
By your 3rd assignment, Partesian families are competing for you. They offer extra payments to your owners, send gifts of fine food to support your milk quality,
No ways.
and try to outbid each other for your services. You're no longer just a wet nurse. You're the wet nurse. The one everyone wants.
Yo, look how grown you are. But yo, my friend, like when they say your milk, like your milk, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to make sure that you produce the nicest milk. Is it the milk that you whip up, like just via ingredients, or like, you know what I'm saying, your natural breast milk? Because at this point, like you're aging, bro. You telling me you still produce milk even in your, how old are you now, my friend? They say like for 20 plus years this cycle has been going on, right? You started this thing at 13. You're probably around 33 to 35 at this point, right, my friend?
For the first time in your life, you have something resembling power.
What's that?
Not freedom. Don't get ahead of yourself.
Oh no.
But leverage.
Okay.
Your owners begin offering small tokens of appreciation,
Ow.
upgrading your quarters with plush bedding and modest comforts. You're still property, but you're valuable property. And everyone knows it.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, 15 years later, doesn't this sound familiar? Doesn't this sound like the job market, bro? You know what I'm saying? Where you get all the perks of just like being the best performing maybe employee in an organization, right? That sounds familiar. I didn't even want to point it out from the jump, but it sounded like that from the jump for me. You know what I'm saying? Where it's a whole system, it's a whole class of people that just live this way, and today's version of that is the 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? You probably like on like management mode, like manager mode. It done promoted you all type of stuff, my friend. I ain't gonna lie, congratulations, bro. That's amazing.
This continues for over 15 years.
15 years.
You're at the peak of your profession, moving between the most prestigious households in Rome.
Damn.
Senators' wives send personal requests.
Yes, sir.
You have your pick of assignments, your own small retinue of servants to attend to your needs.
Oh,
Then around age 40,
friend, you even got like the perks, the travel perks. You got travel perks. You know what I'm saying? You get like regular bonuses. I don't know. Yeah, like, yo, this is today's version of like your paycheck just being hefty like that. You know what I'm saying? You're not like no other employee in the thing. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. When I say my friend with this one, right? Listen to me. Yo, when I say my friend, I'm referring to even, you know, myself and you. Yeah, no. Come over here. Where you think you're going? because this resembles literally the life of an employee, bro. And when I say my friend, I'm referring to you. Maybe me, maybe. Just chill. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm close to like being away from that bitch. But yeah, this sounds mad familiar, bro. I know you'd agree with that. You feel what I'm saying?
3. You notice the first signs.
What's that?
Your milk production starts to waver.
Oh, snap.
Some days are fine.
Oh.
Others, you struggle to meet the child's needs.
Oh.
You try to hide it at first.
Nah, I knew it. Cause my friend, how old are you at this point, bro? Oh my God, this was always gonna come. Oh, my friend.
Adjusting your diet, drinking more
Falling
fluids.
off.
Anything to maintain the flow that's been your ticket to the good life.
Oh.
But biology doesn't negotiate. By 44, your milk production stops completely.
Damn.
You've just lost the only skill that made you valuable.
Oh.
And it's not like you have a 401k to fall back on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're reassigned to household duties.
Okay, now my friend, let's go ahead and parallel it to like the, today's life of the employee, aka the modern slave. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, they did say no 401k. How do you even like build like maybe a pension fund during that time? Right, during the time where like, yo, even biology like is going against the grain, like when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, your age, bro. Like, yo, you're losing everything, bro. What's finna secure you in the future? Nah, I ain't gonna lie, my friend. I feel like this the moment, my friend, where, you know what I'm saying, you go ahead and be grateful for, your employment. If your employment is like, if they still do things like have that retirement fund growing for you, you know what I'm saying? Or say the system that you're working under, you know what I'm saying? I know there's a whole lot of jobs even these days that don't even do that. So, yo, tough times. Right? What did you fall back on then, my friend? What happened?
Scrubbing floors, emptying chamber pots, hauling firewood, washing linens. All the work you've been exempt from for 2 decades. The transition is brutal. For over 20 years, you were specialized labor with status and comfort. Now you're doing whatever nobody else wants to do. You move from your comfortable private room back to the general slave quarters, sleeping in a space you share with 6 other women. The food goes back to basic rations. The small luxuries disappear overnight.
Oh no.
Your body, soft from years of good treatment, struggles with the physical demands.
Yeah.
Your body aches constantly.
Damn.
Your hands crack and bleed. You realize just how grueling the traditional
You're probably approaching your 40s now, right? Or maybe 50s.
slave's life really was, and how much you'd forgotten during your years of relative privilege.
Yeah.
The years crawl by. Your hair turns gray, then white. Your spine curves from decades of labor.
How old are you?
First from nursing, then from scrubbing floors.
How old are you, my friend?
At 62,
62.
you're ancient by slave standards.
Damn.
One winter morning, you're scrubbing the entry hall when a soft voice makes you freeze. A woman is asking about someone who might have worked here many years ago.
Yeah. Oh snap, that might be your daughter, my friend.
You straighten up slowly, your old joints protesting.
Yeah.
The woman standing before you has your eyes.
Exactly, my friend. Look at you.
She looks to be in her 30s, about the right age. She's well dressed, confident, and free.
Wait, is she a wet nurse? Oh no, she's free. She's not a wet nurse. She's not no slave. My friend, your daughter might be doing
Your
well.
heart pounds, but
Why?
you don't dare let yourself hope.
Girl?
She explains that her mother was a wet nurse here.
Yeah.
Someone about your age now.
Oh no.
Her eyes study your face with growing recognition. When she smiles nervously, you see Marcus in that expression.
Oh snap.
Your voice comes out as barely
Nah, where that nigga Marcus? Wait, where is Marcus? Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. We gotta ask the relevant questions here, man. We gotta, you know what I'm saying? If we're gonna bring the whole family or the whole picture of the original relationship coming back together again, bro. We need Marcus in the picture, bro. Facts. Where's my boy Marcus, dog? You see, this is what I'm saying. These are the kind of tactics where, you know what I'm saying, the man, they don't even giving a fuck about the man half the time. Like, what's Marcus, bruh? Yo, Bernard, you cannot wrap the story up without Marcus in the picture, please, bro. Go get that nigga Mark. That's my boy Marcus, man. Where Marcus?
A whisper. What was her name?
What was her name?
She doesn't know. She was taken from her mother when she was just hours old.
Oh, snap.
But she's been searching for years. She earned her freedom, married well, and now has the means to find her mother.
Nice.
Or to buy her freedom, if she's still alive.
Yeah.
You drop the scrub brush, your hands shaking. She's alive, you manage to say. She's right here. The reunion is everything and nothing you imagined. She helps you to your feet,
Yes.
holds
Yes.
you while you both cry,
Here we go, my friend.
and within hours, she's negotiating your freedom with your master.
Yeah.
The transaction takes 3 days. A small fortune to you, pocket change to
Oh,
her.
that could happen?
For the first time in your life,
Wait, my friend, I actually thought your daughter was like gonna be sent off to also go be a wet nurse, right? Because that's the journey of the daughter. Nice fortune that befell your daughter, man. That's crazy.
you walk out of a Roman household as a free woman.
As a free woman.
Your daughter takes you to her home,
Okay.
a modest but comfortable house
That's
with a
good.
garden where you can sit in the sun. For 8 months,
Yeah.
you live as a free woman with your family.
Oh,
You die peacefully in your
Nice.
sleep on a warm spring morning, your daughter holding your hand.
that's wholesome. That's wholesome.
It sucked to be a wet nurse slave in ancient
Yeah.
Rome.
Yeah,
But then again, it sucked to be any kind of slave in ancient Rome.
that's right.
But hey, at least you got 23 years of relative privilege, 8 months of true freedom,
It's good.
and a daughter who never forgot you existed. In the end, the most important bond of all found its way back to you. A far better ending than most Roman slaves ever get.
Beautiful. Before we commence, my boy, a little quick word from the sponsors, man. Y'all know what happens here.
To beginning, this existential crisis, the reason I cannot keep competing and keep on living. So it's back against the world, seeing all your value once you dealt with all the dirt. Backing up slowly from these diamonds and pearls, quote unquote. Fat lady sings, I see the writing on the walls. Back to the scene cause it was